Alright, am I flopping? I'm flopping characters again.
Your sister can help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has
cool
Margaery
outfit.
Tyrell's favor. And Lady Margaery's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
So I'm Lady Margaery's friend? I mean, that's not gonna do her so good. Ooh, it's an ironwood box. Just like at home. Hey, a coin. There's money in here. Is this mine?
This for me.
Excuse me.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him.
Oh, these are all mine.
Strange place, Essos. It was very kind of Lady Margaery to give this to me.
Oh.
It once belonged to Lady Olenna.
And the unfinished letter. Is that when I was sending?
Father. Much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding.
Yeah,
Lady
too bad
Margaery has proven
my
to be
dad's
quite
dead.
popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Alright, so that's everything in the chest. We got a book.
Wonders Made by Man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday.
What else?
King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
No, pretty dark there. People are dying. I guess King's Landing has its share of that.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Margaery to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
She can be, until the wildfire gets her. Is this gonna be Lady Margaery? With the awesome rack?
One moment.
Her outfits were nothing but cleavage.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you.
This kid's
I
covered
can
in
come back
mud.
later if you'd like.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Who are you? You gonna be pivotal? What you got there? There's nothing in his hands.
Begging your pardon, milady, but are you alright?
No, he's got rocks.
If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm just worried about my family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady. You've always been kind to me.
Yes,
Please
don't
hurry if
stab
you
me in the back
can.
later, dude.
Lady Margaery will be here any minute.
Of course, milady.
Once she's gone, meet me back tonight for some fun.
You work for Lady Margaery? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends.
Oh,
I
Marjorie's a
saw
nice
Lady
lady.
Margaery just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersie.
Cersie?
Yeah, that's her mother-in-law, dude.
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but
What did they say?
I couldn't make out much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
Great.
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble.
Oh, we'll find
Well, I
out.
thought you ought to know. Most people don't tend to notice a call boy. Not in King's Landing, with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there. Good night, milady.
Don't screw me, kid. You're cool. Oh, Margaery. There's the cleavage.
Lady Margaery, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk.
Is that the real voice
Come,
actress?
there's something we must discuss.
It's not. It sounds a lot like her. Who the hell's that?
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden.
Oh, God.
A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
I need your help, my lady.
Of course, and I will help you in any way I can. But there's another matter we must attend to first.
What?
You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen.
Clearly.
To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersie herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept.
Welcome.
She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor.
Oh, great.
She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
I'm not a traitor.
Of course not. It's only an excuse to torment you, and by extension, me. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but
Great. Well,
she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersie with the wedding so near.
What do I say?
Find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
What, her children are amazing? That's all she really
See
cares
if the
about.
Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
Yeah, smart.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Exactly. That's how you play the Game of Thrones.
Good luck.
Thanks. I'm gonna need it. Cersei's a monster. Oh, I wonder if she's the same voice actress. Yo. Oh, Tyrion!
You can do this.
Alright, so it's right before the the Red Wedding. Or no, it's right after the Red Wedding, and this is before the Purple Wedding.
Ah, Lady Margaery. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Is he the same?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace?
I'm gonna have to look up the Wikipedia for this later.
With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Curtsy.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
Well, it sounds like her too.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Yeah,
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
the
He's
one
not
true
here,
king.
is he? She is.
Joffrey is the one true king, Your Grace.
And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
They were our wardens. Yeah.
They were the Wardens of the North. We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Clever girl.
Yeah, he's
too
seen
clever
right through
for her
this.
own good.
The girl
Oh,
did
great.
name Joffrey as the one true king.
Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new leader?
He is the Warden of the North, Your Grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
Damn
The
it,
girl
I didn't
has
say...
a remarkable talent for answering questions while in fact saying nothing at all.
Oh, come on, Tyrion.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, anything. Great.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
What are you setting me up for?
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersie? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Margaery here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake?
No.
Should she be held accountable?
I won't judge her.
I won't judge her, Your Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Aren't you a delightful girl? If only one could flit through life without ever holding an opinion of their own.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Margaery. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
Great. Well, I
I'm
have
sure
to...
she
Let the
would...
girl answer the question. Go on.
I would be true to the king, Your Grace.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
Margaery, you told me I gotta say one thing,
She
do
is
another.
a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
What?
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants.
Great.
Which is not very encouraging. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Great.
Of course, Your Grace.
Am I screwed? Margaery, yo, you told me outside. Say one thing, do another. Hey, Tyrion. You blew me up, man.
I'll walk you out.
Forgot, Tyrion's still kind of a dick.
This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport.
Hmm.
Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Margaery was humiliated, although Cersie seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Margaery.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you. But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters.
Hey.
The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard. Not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Margaery might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersie. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house.
Right.
Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous. In fact, forget I even suggested such a thing.
It's a risk
Screw
I'm
it.
willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersie happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Yeah, for real. Hope Margaery doesn't, like, rip me a new one. Please tell me it's Margaery. Damn it.
Mira, I was worried.
That was rough, dude.
How was it? Cersie has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
It didn't go very well.
I'm sorry. Cersie is known for being rather difficult. But at least it's over now. Lady Margaery has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding.
Aw.
Of course, you and I are seated way at the back. Here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born
Oh,
sons.
what's the purple wedding gonna look like from our
Sir
angle?
Jamie, I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his. Sir, what? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper.
Oh, I hope he doesn't get his head smashed in.
I'm told he has a paramour. Which I doubt is Dornish for wife.
You'll get us in trouble.
We're just having some fun. Perhaps Lady Margaery could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands.
That'd be cool.
Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like.
Not King Joffrey. He likes to beat women.
Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Margaery well. Which is more than you can say for his mother.
I don't want to be queen, no matter who I'd have to marry.
Don't want to be queen?
No, it's
You
too much
Northerners.
nonsense.
You'd make a perfect scepter. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden.
Thanks. You make me sound so cool to you.
See, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match. Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing? Well? Sera?
We're sorry, my lady. We were just having fun.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies
Ooh.
and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira.
Great.
I'm just glad it's over.
Me too. Can I have a hug?
King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen. Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you. Do you agree?
Once you are queen, the lords and ladies will do their best to please you.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersie were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family.
Yeah. They like to skin
I do
people.
appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
I mean, let me ask, right? You can ask for anything.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Not a return, I just want to ask.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sera. There are no
really?
secrets between us.
Sarah gonna screw me?
It's about my family.
I trust her.
Alright, Sera. Don't screw me.
Go on. Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
Jesus,
my
I
mother
don't
fears
know.
our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request.
No.
Especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks. And now you would have me ask him to intervene?
Eh.
Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa. I will forever be in your debt. My family will forever be in your debt.
Until you burn up in green fire.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersie were to find out...
You'll be adored by the king? How?
Don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Margaery, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
No, don't. Just... You send too many messages like that, you get in trouble. These are rough decisions.
A friend is a friend to the end of the end, that's forever. And